Fams, welcome back to my channel. My name is Oma and you are watching Natural Oma. So fams, in this channel I talk about natural hair, beauty and lifestyle. If that is something you are interested in, something you like, something you love, then go ahead to click on the big red subscribe button that is below, and don't forget to click on the notification bell that is right beside it, so you'll be the first to get my video alerts each time I upload a new video. So in today's video I'll be talking about the pros and cons of yam braids, the negative and the positive aspects of yam braids. And I got my notes and I've got certain things penned down in my notes, so at intervals I will be glancing through my notes. So without no further ado, you know how we do. Let's dive right into the video. Okay fam, so I'll be starting off with the pros of yam braids, that is the positive aspect of yam braids. And the first one is yarn is cheap. Yes, yarn is cheap. Okay, for instance, here in Nigeria you can actually get a pack of yarn for like 8,200, 8,300. Before the lockdown you can actually get a pack of yarn for 8,000 naira or 8,100. For for this particular one I use for my hair, I actually got it for 8,100. And guys, inside a pack of yarn you can get 60 pieces of yarn, and it will actually go a long way to making a full head of hair. Can you see? So that is just it. Yarn is cheap. So the second pros of yarn braids is that there is less frizz with yarn, unlike synthetic hair. Okay, now after braiding your hair, there is no need to cut or trim or burn the hair sticking out of the braids. There is certainly no need to cut or burn the hair sticking out of the hair. That is why I say there is less frizz with yarn, unlike synthetic hair. Okay, the third pros of yarn braids is this: no dry hair with yarn. Yes, you heard me, I said that. No dry hair with yarn. Okay, now let's talk about this. When you moisturize your hair, or when you seal in moisture with your hair, or when you wash your hair, when you apply products in your hair, the yarn absorbs the hair. The yarn absorbs the products, like the products that is meant for your hair, and it transfers it to your hair, like it gives it to your hair. Okay, now let's take for instance, this is the yarn, and this is your hair. The yarn serves as a middle, let's call it a middleman for your hair. When you apply your product on your hair, it opens up like this. You transfer the products to the yarn, and then the yarn then transfers the products to your hair, keeping your hair moisturized. The next pros of yarn braids is that yarn is very light and doesn't weigh down the hair at all. Seriously, yarn is very light and doesn't weigh down the hair at all. You can take for instance this one I'm carrying. It is very light and it doesn't weigh down the hair, because I think when it weighs down the hair is when you do not use a moderate amount or an equal amount of the yarn and the hair. Like when you're making your yarn braids, your hair, if you're taking a small portion of your hair, then you also need to take a small portion of yarn of your yarn to braid your hair. You don't need to take, maybe you're taking a small portion of your hair and you pack a load of yarn to your hair. It will actually weigh down your hair, and it is actually not good for your hair. Pros of yarn braids or yarn is that burning the ends is easier. Burning the ends of yarn is easier. Okay, let me read from my book. Okay, I said here, burning the ends is easier. There are no wax drippings to burn fingers or stain clothes. There are no wax drippings to burn fingers or stain clothes. Okay, take for instance this now. Burning the ends of your yarn is easier, but with synthetic hair I don't think you can actually burn synthetic hair. I don't know, I don't think you can't burn it. But this, and if you don't, and most times when the synthetic hairs are not being burnt, and when they are not being braided tight or twisted tight, along the line they tend to lose. But with yarn braids, you rest assured that burning the ends is one, easier. There are no drippings of wax or that would either stain your clothes or damage your clothes or burn your fingers. The next pros of yarn braids or yarn is that styling yarn or styling your yarn braids is easy. No, let me rephrase my statement. Styling yarn or styling yarn braids is easier. Yes, I actually have a video on how to style your yarn braids, different ways to style your yarn braids, and I will be dropping the link below so you could go check it out. I've actually lost count. I've actually lost count. Okay, the next pros of yarn or of yarn braids or of yarn is that the hair stays moisturized. I've talked about this when I gave an instance with my hands, this being a middleman and this being your hair. So with yarn, your hair stays moisturized. Like your hair stays moisturized all through the period you carry your yarn. That is it. Okay, now let me explain this. Let me be more explicit. Your hair stays soft and moisturized the entire time you moisturize, wearing your yarn and properly caring for your hair. Once you properly care for your hair, once you moisturize your hair, once you take care of your hair in yarn braids, it stays soft and moisturized. No cause for my hair is dry, my hair is frizzy, my hair. No, no, no. Once you moisturize your hair properly, you take care of your hair, it stays soft and moisturized throughout the entire time of wearing your yarn braids. This is actually going to be the last pros of yarn braids of yarn. Okay, yarn is softer and more pliable than synthetic hair. I think that's more is well explained. Yarn is softer and more pliable than synthetic hair. That is just it. It's soft, the texture soft, and it's more pliable. Like you can use it. You really don't have to I don't know the English to call that. Because most synthetic extensions you have to do it like this. I don't know. But with yarn you just cut it off and then it comes one and it's very soft, so it's more soft and pliable than synthetic hair. Going over to the cons of yarn, and the number one cons of yarn is that yarn is a fabric. Yarn is a fabric, and most times when you burn the ends of your yarns, it tends to turn brown and and most times it tends to spoil your clothes. Like if you don't burn them very well, if you don't burn it very well like this, if you don't burn it very well, it tends to stick on your clothes, like stick on your clothes this way, and then thereby damaging your clothes, which we really don't want. That is one of the cons of yarn braids, especially when you don't have your yarns packed up in a bun. But when you just let it slide low, it's really how will I put it, it really damages your clothes. Yes, because one, it is a fabric, and when you burn it, it tends to turn brown and get sticky to clothes and stuff like that. Cons of yarn is this: when washing your hair, like yes, like we all know, we should always and properly take care of our hair even while on braids. Yarn is not exclusive, yarn inclusive. So when washing your hair on yarn braids, it might take a full day, like a full day to properly dry. Okay, now I've got a secret on how I wash my hair while on yarn braids, and if you actually want me to share the videos the video tutorial on how to properly wash your hair on yarn braids, just comment in the comment section hashtag wash yarn braids, and if I get like 5 comments, just five, yeah, not really, just 5. If I get like 5 comments, I would actually make a video on how to wash your yarn braids so it doesn't take the whole day to dry, because that is just one of the cons of yarn braids. And it could be very tiring. You wash your hair and you want to go out and you will find out that your hair is not dried yet, you see. So but I've got a way I wash my hair on yarn, and I really don't have to worry about it getting dried or taking forever to dry. So if you want me to share the video, just comment down in the comment section hashtag wash yarn braids, and I'll upload the video. Cons of yarn braids is this: when braided, not twist, when braided into the hair, it's a kind of how would I put it? It's a kind of not easy to unravel, unlike twist. That's more of the reasons why I really don't like making yarn like I really don't like making braids, not like yarn. I really don't like making braids. If I actually want to make braids, it's either I make it bold, but I prefer going with twist. But once you make yarn braids, it's really not easy to unravel, unlike the twist. Okay, let me read what I wrote in my book. I said, when braided into the hair, it takes forever to undo. Yarn twists are easier to unravel. You see, yarn twists are easier to unravel, but yarn braids, just like this now. Okay. For instance, now if you really want to use this yarn braids for the second time, oh, that's, yeah, I think that's another pros. Yeah, that's another pros. You can actually use your yarn braids for like for 2 times, 3 times, depending on how neat and um how you managed the braids when you first used it. So that's another pros. Yeah. So when you want to unravel your or undo your braids, it can take forever. I won't lie to you guys, it can take forever, and that is one of the reasons why I really don't like making braids. Guys, we've actually come to the end of the video, and just like you can see, the pros outweighed the cons of yarn. Oh my. The pros actually outweigh the cons of yarn, and I think you should actually yarn yarn braid a try. Like, yeah, give yarn a try and you would love it. You would love, whether yarn braids or yarn twists, just try giving yarn a try and you will love it. So guys, so that is the end of the video. If you enjoyed this video, which I know you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you've not subscribed. Subscribe if you've not subscribed. And don't forget to click on the bell beside the subscribe button to get notified, to be the first to get my video alert. And remember to be kind and generous to one another. God is watching. Until I see you guys in my next video, lots of love from me to you. Bye.